I film these videos on a Sony A5000 camera. I really love this camera, mainly because it's small, but also because it captures video in 1080p at 30 frames per second, which is perfect for YouTube, and because it has an interchangeable lens, so you can put different things on there like wide angle, telefocal, or just a standard flat pancake lens that I'm using right now. But there is one downside to this camera. The Sony A5000 camera does not have an external microphone port, which means you have to use the ones that are kind of built in with the camera, and they're crap. Even though I've covered my microphone ports on the camera with a soft fluffy thing that I stole from another microphone, it's still bad. And it's the difference between me sounding like this and me sounding like this, which isn't as good. It's sort of tinny, withheld, and I just don't like it. So what do you do if you're filming on a Sony A5000 or any camera that does not have an external microphone port? You get something else. You get this. You're probably going to hear me picking this up now because I am recording directly onto this. Yeah. This is a Zoom H1 handy recorder. Now this is not a new product at all. In fact, I think this was first released in 2010. So this is hardly a cutting edge review. But if you're making YouTube videos or any kind of recording and you're on a budget, you need to get one of these. This has completely transformed the way I make my videos, and it's improved the sound, and hopefully you've heard that from watching the videos that I've made in the past couple of months. And it's so small and compact, and right now in 2017, they're cheap as chips. But this is not just for sitting down, recording yourself in nice controlled situations like this. This is probably the most versatile audio recorder you can get for less than £100. I picked mine up on eBay for about 60 used, in really good condition. The way I used to get around the awful microphone on the A5000 previously was with a tie clip microphone. It cost about £8 on Amazon. I'd plug that into my phone, record on the phone's recording app, and just attach it and walk around and filming, and that was great. But I discovered it was also a pain in the arse, because if I was out vlogging, and I got this especially in the Brussels vlog, before I could film anything, I first had to plug in the mic, press record on the app, unlock the phone, put it back in my pocket, then start recording. So I couldn't just snap something, I couldn't just grab a moment. There had to be preparation for every scene, and when you're vlogging, that's not good. It's okay in this situation, and it's okay in a staged situation, but when you're out there in the field, that's bad. So if you do want to go down the tie clip route, you can still use the H1 because there is a microphone port on it itself. Plug that in, it switches off the two XY axis microphones on the front, and then you can use any tie clip mic and pop that in your pocket. Then it's a simple one push start to record. So much better than using your phone. And on the other side, I hope you can still hear me, and on the other side, there is a headphone port, so you can monitor exactly what that sound quality is like. So there's no more just hoping the sound is okay. You can actually monitor it to make sure what you're recording is decent broadcast quality sound. But you're probably thinking, well, I'm vlogging. I'm holding my camera on a GorillaPod like this. How is a Zoom H1 handy recorder going to help me? Very easily. I need this now, don't I? Hang on, I'm gonna film on my phone. Okay. Phony film. Okay, the sound's different now because I'm no longer recording on the H1. I'm recording on the phone. Right, this is my typical vlogging setup. I have my camera, A5000, with the flip-up screen, of course. And then I have a Joby GorillaPod. Okay. And this is pretty much, it's the one made famous by Casey Neistat, isn't it? But the Joby GorillaPod is probably the most useful thing you can have if you're making these kinds of films. Because it's a tripod, it's a grip, and it's also an action pole for holding out the camera like this. And this is my setup. This is how I film things when I'm filming myself walking around. There's no stabilization other than the stabilization of the camera. I don't mind that. It's a little bit wobbly, but I quite like it. And it's also compact AF because that just slides straight off, folds into your pocket, and the camera can fold up because it's nice and small. But the H1, how is that integrated? Well, with another smaller Joby GorillaPod. This is one that's actually designed for action cameras, I think, and phones, possibly. But the good thing here is it's another removable clip, so it can go on and off at a moment's notice. And basically all I do with this is GorillaPod that on. And on goes the H1. Behold. So now you've got a really perfect, handy rig. You've got your recording here and you've got your sound here. But to make things better, because this is such a sensitive microphone, it's very, very good, better than what you're hearing me on now, I got a windsock. So, again, this was about £8 from Amazon. It's not one that is designed for the H1, but it's one that fits the H1, and most will advertise themselves as fitting the Zoom H1 because it's such a popular recorder. And there is my setup. Yay! So now whenever I go to record, I just hit record on the camera, hit record on the H1. And usually you can do some kind of syncing. One thing I like to do is to go, that's so when I'm editing, I can look at the audio, both captured by the video and by the sound, and I see 3 spikes. It's just a case of lining up those 3 spikes, removing the audio from the video, and just letting the H1's audio take over, and it's instantly synced. It's really easy. You can get software as well that does that for you, but I think is easy as pie. And that is the solution to the rubbish crap microphone on the Sony A5000 camera. Normally a fantastic camera. There you are, and me too.
Hello. Hello, I sound very good. So I'm probably very, very late to the party by mentioning this, but the Zoom H1 handy recorder is an essential tool for video production on the cheap, which is the best kind of video production.